Right, so next up is June. First up, this is quite a weird one to have in this video. Rugrats Studio Tour. Yeah, I found this at my place, at my local retro shop around this time, and I had a lot of nostalgia with playing this game. I mean, I have more nostalgia with Search for Reptile. I definitely had this game when I was younger. In fact, I seem to think, I'm pretty sure someone stole it from me. Like, I'm pretty sure one of my friends took it from me, and then they just tried to argue that it was their game, and I was almost certain that it was my game, and I'm pretty sure they stole it from me. But I don't know, maybe I'm just making stuff up. I seem to remember that, but yeah, it's a pretty decent game. I would say that it's way more minigame compilation than Search for Reptile is, and that was already kind of like a minigame compilation. But I don't know, I have a lot of love for these early Rugrats games. I just love the style. Like, I love the way the characters look. It just goes back to like an simpler time where like video game characters could look all blocky and that, and we wouldn't have to complain because that's just how the games looked. But yeah, I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. I would say that I still prefer Search for Reptile, but that might just be nostalgia talking. But I mean, they're both. It's weird. They're not great games, but they're good enough. I think is the right way to say it. They're good enough games. Like I wouldn't say that they're fantastic. They're just they're acceptable for Rugrats games. Yeah, they're acceptable. Next up, I won't spend too much time on this one because this is technically a rebeat. Cosmic Shake. So I've got the Switch case, but I played it on PS5 because they put it on PlayStation Plus, and this should be me saying that I got the platinum, but I haven't got the platinum yet because the problem with one of the platinums is one of the trophies is do you have to beat one of the bosses without getting hit, and it's surprisingly difficult. I think I tried it like 10 times and I kind of rage quit, and I was just like, nope, I'm gonna take a break from that one. Haven't got back to do it yet. At some point I will, but I was getting really angry and really irate, and I was just like, it was one of those like I had to step away from it. It was getting to be really, really hard. But yeah, still a good game. I will get the platinum eventually, but this is still a really good game. I would still say this is probably the best SpongeBob game. Like it's up there with Battle for Bikini Bottom. Still a good game. Out from one cartoon to another. This is another bizarre one to have in this video, I guess. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. So this is a fighting game. So this is technically more of a just getting everything in it. I mean, I've got most of the things in it. There's like one thing I haven't unlocked yet, and it's super stupid to unlock, so I don't care about doing it. So Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is like a Power Stone clone, which weirdly there's a lot of like cartoon games that had Power Stone clones. There's like this one. There's like 2 Tom and Jerry games like that. The Powerpuff Girls game is kind of like that. It's weird how that's kind of like there's like enough games for that to be a trend. And I can't do the Doofenshmirtz joke because there's more than 2. Like, yeah, but this is actually a really fun game. I really, really like this one. So I guess my classification of beating it was I beat story mode with every character, and then I beat all the mission modes. And some of the missions can get really like annoying at some point because some of the things you have to do, like there's bits where you've got to do like 1 against 3. They can get really difficult, and then some of the items and some of the things in the game are kind of annoying. So again, there was a bit of rage in this, but overall I really, really had fun with it. It's really good. I think what I would classify this game is, it's a really good game to play normally, but then when you try and do everything in it, it can get really annoying. But yeah, if you haven't played this game, I would highly recommend it. I believe in America this came out on PS2 and GameCube, but that was one thing that really annoyed me about this game, was that there was no classic controller support. There's GameCube support, but I was playing this on my Wii U, so I couldn't use my GameCube controller. But there's no classic controller support, so I had to use the Wiimote and Nunchuck, which is fine. But I would have if I played with my classic, if I played with a classic controller, I wouldn't have had as much rage as I did. Yeah, but then again, still definitely pick this up. It really is a good. It's like a surprisingly good cartoon-based game. So I would highly recommend you pick this one up. Last up for June, Lego Incredibles. Again, I've got the Switch case, but I beat this on PS4 because again I got the platinum trophy for this. Yeah, I really enjoyed Lego Incredibles. Well, Lego Incredibles is one of those things where like it's half a good game. Like there are good parts in it, but it's one of the things where again, kind of what I say with the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy game, is like when you try and complete the game, it becomes a slog. Because I think doing the levels is fine. Well, half of it is fine because I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I don't like Incredibles 2. I think Incredibles 2 kind of sucks. It's not the worst of the Pixar sequels, but I wouldn't say it was a good movie. And I kind of hope. I'm kind of glad they're doing Incredibles 3 because hopefully that means they can sort of redeem themselves for Incredibles 2, and hopefully they'll actually get time to finish it this time, unlike last time. Anyways, that's a different discussion. But yeah, but the only part, the weird part about this game that I never understood was that they make you do Incredibles 2 first. I guess because that was the movie that was coming out around the time. But it just seems so weird that you have to do Incredibles 2 first, and then Incredibles 1 is kind of like a bonus. Because when I started doing Incredibles 1, and that was when I got really into the game. That was when I was really enjoying it, was to doing the levels of Incredibles 1. But yeah, like, again, the problem with doing the platinum is they've got like this open world stuff, and the levels in it just feel so like the same, like it just got really, really boring after a while, and I was like, it just gets to that point where it's like, oh, I just want to get this done. I mean, there are cool things once you beat every like area, you then unlock like an exclusive Pixar character. So you unlock Woody, you unlock Lightning McQueen, you unlock Wally, you unlock and I think your like final bonus for getting everyone is you then get the Luxo lamp, like the Pixar lamp, which is really cool. I mean, when I think about it, this is such a weird game to make because Lego never usually do like sort of Disney movies like this, because obviously it's Warner Bros., which makes it even weirder. This is a Warner Bros. Game, but it's based on a Disney property. Yeah? I mean, I know Star Wars and Marvel and that, but like that, I of course consider that to be kind of different. And I think obviously Star Wars was always a Lego sort of thing, but it's also weird they did a Pixar game like this. And it's a shame they never did any others. I think I heard a rumor that they were supposed to do like, I don't know if this was true or not. I heard about this somewhere, but apparently they were gonna make a big like Lego Disney game, but for whatever reason that just got shut down. I think because they were doing the like Dreamlight Valley or whatever it's called, which is a shame because I would have loved the Lego Disney game. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I would say that of all the Lego games I played so far, this one was quite fun. Alright, that was June, so next up is July, and this is the next Sly Cooper game, Sly 2. Yeah, so it's a very weird like jump from Sly 1 to Sly 2. Like, Sly 2 is almost a completely different game to Sly 1, because Sly 1 was like level based, like the sort of Crash Bandicoot style thing. Sly 2 is all open world, like it's open world missions and that. I don't know which one I prefer more. I think for the style of game and like the style of character that Sly is, I think this style is better. And again, similar to Sly 1, super easy platinum, and again similar to Sly 1, after beating it, then it got put on PlayStation 4, so all the versions got put on there, which is annoying. I haven't beaten the Sly 3 yet. I probably will do that hopefully this year, and if I do, it'll probably be the Sly Trilogy one, just so I can say I've beaten that whole trilogy now. Like, I don't want to have started like doing it on Sly Trilogy and then getting the PS4 version and doing that one. But yeah, I would say I am now a fan of the Sly Trilogy. I would say I'm a fan of the Sly games, and I really did enjoy them. So hopefully I'll beat Sly 3 hopefully this year, and I think I will try Sly 4 as well. I know people don't like Sly 4. Again, I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, maybe when I get to it, I'll understand. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing the Sly trilogy. Next up, okay, this is a sort of a weird one I didn't think I would ever play. But this was another one of those PlayStation Plus things where I just had it on PlayStation Plus. I picked it up and got really into it. Serious Sam HD: The First Encounter. So yeah, I've always been aware of the Serious Sam series, but I never knew anything about it. And I think it was the Serious Sam collection was on PlayStation Plus, and I downloaded it just because it looked interesting. And it was one of the things like kind of like the first Sly game. I started playing the first one, and I got really into it. So I was like, I'm just gonna beat the whole game now. And yeah, it was actually quite fun. I really quite enjoyed it. Obviously, I enjoyed it enough to beat it. All I will say is, final levels sucked. There's like a bit near the end where you got to beat this like giant monster, and I was so frustrated with it. I nearly just gave up there, but I kind of pushed through. And then the other final boss is annoying because there's a section of it that I didn't know how to beat it, so I think I had to look it up. Most of the game was good, but then those last few levels was really, really annoying. So I would pick it up. I enjoyed it. Okay, next up is Toy Story Mania. So this is another PS3 streaming on PS4. So this was something I started doing around this time. Was I saw that like there were 3 Toy Story games on PlayStation Plus. So Toy Story Mania, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 2. And I was just like, oh, that would be. I'm gonna get the platinum of all those Toy Story games. So Toy Story Mania was first. So this is a weird game. It's like this was a game that was clearly made with the PS Move in mind. Luckily, you don't have to use PS Move at all. You can just use a controller. But it's like, so it's a weird shooting gallery thing. I think it's like an adaptation of the ride at Disneyland, I believe. Yeah, I think I saw it when we went to Florida like years ago, but we never went on it, which is not, which we should have. Yeah, it's a fine game. It's just like a shooting gallery. Again, easy platinum. I think, although I kind of screwed myself over at one point because I should have looked at the guide because of the guide tells you a specific way to do it, and because I didn't do it that way, I had to basically play through the game twice, which was annoying. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was a good game, but it was nice to actually play it because it's always a game that's seemed weird. But yeah, I don't know if I would recommend it to anyone. Okay, only do it if you want to do what I want to do and get all the Toy Story trophies. Because then next up I did Toy Story 3. So I should specify this is the PSP version that's on PlayStation 5, the PlayStation Plus store. Because for some reason they put the PSP version on there, but the PS3 version isn't on there. It's very strange. I don't understand. I don't understand why Sony PS3 games are only streaming and why PS3 games can't be downloaded. I'm sure there's some bollocks that they'll spin to say why they can't do it, but I think I did see someone that apparently they might be able to do PS3 downloads soon. Hopefully, that would be nice. It'd be nice to see more PS3 games on PS4 and that. But yeah, okay. I'm kind of rambling here. But yeah, Toy Story 3 on PSP. It's fine. It's nowhere near as like big as the first one, as like the one on PS3. But I still enjoy it. Again, super easy platinum. That's really all I have to say. Again, I'm just doing it for the platinum. Yeah, it's just beat the levels and then get the collectibles in the levels. Again, super easy. There's no extra trophies in it, which is a shame. But I think I think this is like Toy Story 2, where like they had to put trophy support in later. So when I get to Toy Story 2, because I think I mentioned Toy Story 2 in my last video, and then right after I beat that game, they then added trophy support to it, so I had to do it again. But again, I'll get to that when I get to it. But yeah, that was Toy Story 3. Again, fine game, but you're probably better off getting the PS3 version. I mean, I might try and get the PS3 version again at some point and get a trophy for that one, because then I can just say I've done the trophies on every Toy Story game. Next up is August. First off, this was a really good game. Metroid Zero Mission. So I think last year I beat Metroid Fusion, or I re-beat Metroid Fusion because I really liked that game. And then Zero Mission got put on Nintendo Switch Online around this time. It must have been around this time, or maybe like earlier. But yeah, Metroid has been something I've always wanted to get into, but I always struggled with. So again, it's another one of those things. Like I started playing it, and again I just got really into it. I just continued playing it, and yeah, I really liked Zero Mission. Zero Mission was really fun. Like, so basically, if you don't know, Zero Mission is basically a remake of the first Metroid game. I mean, the first Metroid game is rough. Like, I think a lot of people have said it's not aged at all, but I mean, it was one of the first of its kind. It's on the NES, so of course it wasn't going to age well. So good on Nintendo for making this remake back in the day. And yeah, it was really fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, this might be the game that makes me a Metroid fan. I mean, I think I've got to play Samus Returns next, like the 3DS one, and then I'll probably try and play Super Metroid at some point too. I mean, I think I might have looked up a guide at some point, like just because I got stuck at certain points. But I think overall, I think I was able to get it done sort of by myself. Because I think that's always my worry about these Metroid games, is that I always struggle to know where to go. But I didn't really have any issues with this one, and I think it was definitely a lot better. Like, it was a lot easier to find everything in this game. But yeah, I really enjoyed Zero Mission. I really liked it. Like, this, I guess, it's like this and Fusion, I think, are the best games to start off with for like beginners, because again, I'm a beginner and I was able to get into it really well. But yeah, thumbs up. I see why everyone loves the Metroid series so much. Next up, I mean, less of a game and more of a story. Walking Dead Definitive Edition. So this was just going to mention this is just all of the games, all the episodes, because I got Walking Dead Definitive Edition on PS4, which had everything in it. Got the Platinum as well, because the Platinum is just beating every episode. I mean, like, part of it was I wanted to get the Platinum, but also I actually wanted to play the game, because I already knew the story, sadly. Like, I watched a Let's Play of it years ago, so I kind of already knew everything was going to happen, or at least all the big things that were going to happen. But I still had a lot of fun with it. I still like the story. It's still a good story, and I think I did try some different, like, I did do some different, like, paths than from the Let's Play, so at least I got to sort of see some different bits. But yeah, it's a really good story, very sad and everything. I would say that, like, I liked every episode. I know people don't like episode 3 that much, but I didn't mind it. I actually didn't mind episode 3. I liked all of them. I was into, like, the whole thing. But yeah, like, obviously, I don't really need to say much about Walking Dead. I think everyone already knows that The Walking Dead is great. And yeah, I mean, we're lucky that we even got the final season, because didn't Telltale like got out of business like as the final season was being released? I think wasn't it episode 1 got released, and then Telltale went out of business, which nearly killed the whole franchise before we even got an ending. So, but then like people then sort of finished them up, which was very good. Very lucky that we got that. Yeah, Walking Dead's good. I enjoyed it. Next up, this is kind of a rebeat, but Mario Galaxy. So again, I'm using the Wii box, but I beat this on the Switch for the 3D All Stars. Yeah, Mario Galaxy is amazing. I'm really glad I sort of played through it again, because there was sometimes you hear about these games and you go, oh, are they really that good? And then you play through them again and you're like, oh no, they really are that good. Mario Galaxy is that for me. This is still amazing. I think this might be the second best Mario game. I think I would still say that I liked. I would still say Odyssey is still my favourite Mario game, but this one might be a close second. It's up there with Mario World as well. Yeah, I mean, again, what else do I need to say? And this is also me getting everything as well. So I got all the stars, which is the first time I've ever done that. So I got everything. I haven't done I haven't redone it with Luigi yet, because that's obviously the big reward is when you beat the game 100%, you get Luigi. Haven't done that yet because I didn't feel like playing through the game again. But you know, next I probably will go back and play it at some point, and then when I do that, I can play as Luigi. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, that's what else I need to say. It's Mario Galaxy. Everyone loves Mario Galaxy. Next up, another technical rebeat, Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Yeah, I really like this game as well. I mean, when this was announced as a remake, or a remaster is what it basically is, I remember being like a bit underwhelmed, because I was just like, this one didn't really need a remaster. And I kind of still agree with that. I mean, they added stuff to it, which is great. They added a mech power-up, and they added sand, I think. And all the little like extra like bonus levels, the mini games are fun. I mean, and the game is still great. Like, I still love the game. I haven't done the Magolor side mission yet. Like the sort of post game. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I should do that at some point. I haven't done that one. This is just me beating the game normally. And yeah, I really did enjoy this game. I really had a lot of fun with it. Like, again, I still like the game. I mean, I like the game as it is already. So of course I'm gonna like this game. But yeah, I just think there were other Wii games that should have been remastered before this one, like something like a Sin and Punishment or a Punch Out. But I can't complain, because this is still a great game and more people got to play it. I did hear rumours recently that Planet Robot might be getting ported to Switch or Switch 2 soon, which would be great because Planet Robot is also amazing. I mean, it's weird they're doing that one, the not Triple Deluxe. Maybe they're doing like a big like pack of both of them. Oh, who am I kidding? That's not Nintendo. Nintendo would never do that. Look, I love Nintendo, but even I know that they're guilty of all the bad business practices, and that's just one of the things they will always do. But yeah, I still like it. If you've never played the one on Wii, this is a great game. Just pick this one up because it's great. Next up, last one for August. So after I beat Mario Galaxy 1, I had to go back and beat Galaxy 2. This is another one of those, like, again, because people have kind of soured on Galaxy 2 now, because they feel it's just a derivative of Galaxy 1. I would agree yes, and I would also agree no. I would agree that yes, it is very similar to Galaxy 1, maybe to a fault at some points, but I still think this game is fantastic. Like, it's just as good as Galaxy 1. I would almost say that this one takes what Galaxy 1 did and improves on it. You got extra stuff like Yoshi in there. Like, this is still a fantastic game. Like, yeah, it's like, they're both really good. I would still say that Galaxy 1 is a touch better, but they're still both really good. I feel like I've always hated it when people say like, "Oh, this is a terrible Mario game." It's like, really, this is a bad. Like, I can understand people being like underwhelmed by it because it's similar to Galaxy 1, but I still think it's a great game. I mean, again, maybe I made the mistake of also playing this right after Galaxy 1, which I think people say like, don't play this one right after Galaxy 1. I kind of would agree. Like, I mean, I only did it because I wanted to play it as well, but I wouldn't say it made me like hate the game at all. I would say that it made me like kind of ready to finish it quicker, but overall, still an amazing game. Both of them are amazing. Yeah, you haven't played these yet. Like, I mean, yeah, and I agree. This should have been on 3D All Stars. I don't know why it wasn't put on there. Like, it's now unfortunately trapped on the Wii because obviously the Wii U still got shut down, so you can't get it on there. It's not on Switch. So yeah, you should absolutely pick this one up. If you've still got your Wii hooked up and everything, pick this one up as well. It's still really good. Now on to September, and you know, speaking of Galaxy, what kind of feels like a Galaxy like built its successor, Astrobot. I mentioned this in my collection video, but this game is fantastic. I got the Platinum Trophy on this one as well, because of course I did, because it's amazing. It's an easy Platinum, but not like a super easy Platinum. But like, yeah, Astrobot, I don't even know what else to say. It won Game of the Year, which it absolutely deserved, and all those Black Myth Wukong fans can stop crying because this one deserved it. I'm sure Black Myth Wukong is good, but this game is fantastic and it absolutely deserved that. And I'm glad it won because I'm going to mention this again. It's like, it's nice to see a game that was just fun win an award like that. Like, none of these like fancy like games. Like, it's just a game that's like, no, we're just here to have fun, and it was amazing and I loved it. And yeah, it's like I said, it's like, it's very similar to like, it's kind of is that Mario Galaxy Light kind of thing. And I'm really glad that we get a game like this, and I really am happy. I really hope that Sony keep doing more of these because hopefully they can see that they've got a mascot here. They've got, this is 100% should be PlayStation mascot now, and hopefully they make a new game, another game at some point. Maybe they'll wait until the next PlayStation comes out. But yeah, you've got something here, Sony. Don't bury it. Please do more of these. Last up for September, and I mentioned this briefly, Toy Story 2. Yeah, not going to spend too much time on this one because I beat this in last year's video. But yeah, as I said, I beat Toy Story 2, and then I had Trophy Support to it, so I had to beat it again. But yeah, I gave myself a year off before I beat it. And obviously I was doing the Toy Story stuff, so I was like, I had to do this one now, just so I could finally beat that sort of series of all the Toy Story Platinums. Yeah, Toy Story this one was the best of all the 3 Platinums because there are extra things to do. Like, obviously there's like simple, like, you know, just get all the stuff and everything. But then there's also other stuff where it's like, you know, you have to talk to Rex in every level, you got to get 99 lives. There's one where you have to try and beat RC without using the rocket boots, which is really cool. I like that one because I think that's something everyone would do in that game, so it's fun they made that a trophy. Yeah, Toy Story 2 is still fantastic and still really good, and yeah, I didn't mind having to beat it again because it's still a great game. Okay, so now we're in October, and weirdly, we're seeing this series again. Rugrats. This is Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. So this was the new Rugrats game that came out late last year. It's a weird game actually. This one, because it's like, it was like they made an NES game out of Rugrats, and the whole point is that they probably made it a NES game. Like, I think it got put on NES cartridges. I think if you have the Steam version, you can actually get the ROM of the NES and then put it on like things like the NES Classic and that, which is really cool. I played it on PS5, but yeah, it's an interesting game. I would say that I wouldn't say it's great. I'd say like, the big issue with it was like, I think it was like £20 or something, and for how quick it was to beat, you know, I beat it in like an hour, like 2 hours or something, like very quick. Like, for £20, that's ridiculous. Should not be that price for that game. But of course, if you've seen my channel, you'll know that I had like a massive glitch in my game. I mean, if you haven't seen that video, I'll just explain. I got to like the final level, and then for some reason my game just glitched. It wouldn't let me like progress like further into the level. Like, the game just stopped and I couldn't get further. I don't know what happened. Eventually, like, annoyingly, as soon as I uploaded that video, I got a patch that then fixed it. So but then I was so happy I uploaded that video because then I kept seeing comments from people going like, yeah, I've got the same issue, same issue. So I have no idea what was happening. And clearly it wasn't just a me problem, so lots of people were having it happen. And I don't know what. Hopefully everyone that was struggling with it got it fixed. But it was so frustrating for that to happen. I mean, it's also an easy platinum as well. I've got the easy platinum and everything, but I wouldn't say it was a good game. It was fine, but it's got a lot of issues in it. The problem with it is that it's clearly trying to be a classic NES game, but doing all of the things that classic NES games were criticised for. Like, it feels like a sort of thing that like an AVGN would review back in the day, you know? So I wouldn't recommend this one. Only if you're like a big Rugrats fan, I'd recommend it. And if you are going to get it, wait for a price drop. Wait for it till it's like a £5 or something, because it's all these like £10. Even though that seems quite a lot, like, it's not worth it at full price. Next up, this one that's definitely was worth it at full price: Sonic X Shadow Generations. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this one. This game is fantastic. Both are great. Sonic Generations is great. Shadow Generations is great as well. Like, it's just, I'm so happy that my boy Shadow, he's cool again. It's cool to like Shadow again. Both this and the Sonic movie made Shadow cool again, and I'm so happy that happened. Yeah, I haven't got the platinum for this yet because I kind of like, the platinum's quite hard because you got to like beat the time meter without getting hit, and that's like a super difficult platinum. Like, I don't know how to get that one. And there's like all of the collectibles in Shadows, like Shadow Generations. I'm just dreading having to do that. So eventually I will, but like, it's at this point it's not when I'm rushing to platinum because yeah, it's gonna take ages. But yeah, Loved this game, loved all the story, loved the Shadow stuff. Like again, like I said, Shadow's character, they finally made him cool again, and all the stuff with Maria and Jared Robotnik was so cool. Like again, so happy that they made Shadow cool again. Shadow's cool again, yes. Now on to November, and next up, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yep, another great one. So this would have been when I platinumed the game. Because platinum is quite easy. I'd say the only platinum I didn't like getting was I had to do the stupid, I had to like play 100 online matches, which is annoying, but at least it was just play and not win, because I don't like playing these games online. I'm not good at I don't like playing these kind of games online, and sometimes I would win, but other times I would just get absolutely wrecked, so it wasn't fun. And I think there were some other trophies. Again, I think most of the trophies were simple, just getting all the stories and that, and just doing all the paths and that. I like story mode. I feel like story mode could have been better. Like, I mean, when they did announced the whole what if thing, I think we had like high expectations for it, and I found them to be quite lame. A lot of them were quite lame. I think the only one that was like really cool was like when you go is one of the Gohan stories where you then have Zamasu become Gohan Black instead of Goku Black, and that was like a really cool thing, which really isn't playable. He should be playable. They should make that character playable. It was a really cool like feature to do. And I really liked this because I got to see all the cool Super characters. Like, so many of these characters that I never really knew about because I never watched Super, I now like. I really like Kale. Kale's my new favourite character because she's really cool. But, yeah, I mean, I haven't played this as much as I probably should have. I haven't done much of the custom battles. I should do that at some point. I haven't got the DLC yet, but yeah, I'll definitely go back and play this at some point because it was really fun and I really loved this game. I'm so happy that we got another Tenkaichi game. I mean, definitely next time I go through my Dragon Ball phase, which will definitely happen at some point, I'll probably stick this game back in. Next up, there was another Lego game that I got platinum for, Lego Avengers. Yeah, Lego Avengers is a weird game because it's Lego MCU, but it's like the period of the MCU that was kind of the lowest, before Phase 4 and that, but because it's like you focus on like 5 movies. It's like, so there's the first Avengers movie. Then there's a level based on Captain America: The First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, For the Dark World, and Avengers Ultron. Those last 3 are not loved by a lot of people, so it's weird. Like now, this is the only Lego Avengers game, Lego MCU game we got, and it focuses on movies that not a lot of people like. There were DLC levels. There was a Black Panther level. There's an Agents of Shield level. There's an Ant-Man level. I think there's a Captain Marvel level. I can't remember too much, but there was quite a few levels on there. There was a lot of DLC, so I had the DLC as well, so I did all the DLC missions as well. But yeah, again, just another Lego game. I quite liked it. Again, it was at least fun to go through the movies and that. But yeah, there's not much I have to say about this. It's a Lego game, and you'll notice, and the Platinum was again sort of simple. Again, there was some fun bonus ones to get, playing all the characters together and that. And the game also had my girl Squirrel Girl in it. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. Yeah. In case you can't tell, I play Marvel Rivals a lot. Yeah, Squirrel Girl is my favourite now. Lego Marvel Avengers. Yeah, good Lego game. It's another good Lego game. I recently bought Lego Marvel Superheroes on PS4 because it was quite cheap, and I remember really liking that one on PS3, so I'm looking forward to playing through that one. So I'll probably played that one, and I got Lego Marvel 2 on there as well. So yeah, again, like I said, won't want to do all the Lego games, so hopefully I'll do those at some point. Hopefully we'll see some of those next year. Last up for November, Link's Awakening. This was one of those playing whilst I was watching TV games. Yeah, really like Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening was great. I love Link's Awakening. I was so happy. Again, last year I got into Zelda because my friends convinced me to get Link Between Worlds, which I really liked. So I asked for Link's Awakening for Christmas, and I didn't beat it until the end of the year, but I'm so happy I did because Link's Awakening was really good. I would say some of the later levels got a bit hard, and I would say I really didn't like how the sort of the fetch quest swapping thing ended up having to be mandatory for the end of the game. People say that you don't need to, but you really do, because to get to the final level you have to do it, which is kind of annoying because I thought it was just a side quest, so I wasn't doing it, so I then had to look up to see how to do it, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, overall I really liked this game. I hope that we still get these top-down Zelda games. I know we've got Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I've been playing through recently, but I hope this means that we still get more of these top-down Zelda games. Because obviously Breath of the Wild and that, people love that game, and the Tears of the Kingdom, which will probably be most 3D Zelda games will look like now. But I hope that means they're still making these 2D games, because this is my style of Zelda now. I think this is the style of Zelda I like. Last month, December, first up, Yoshi's Crafted World. So I beat this not long after Zelda, so I think the show I was watching, I finished Link's Awakening, so I needed another game to play sort of in the background and that, so I played Yoshi's Crafted World. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, even though it's like one of the more recent games I beat, I can't really say much about it. I mean, there seems to be a trend with these Yoshi games. The same thing happened with Mario World 2, but they're good games. I just feel like the problem. I guess that's the thing with the Yoshi games. They're good games, but they're not things that I'm going to remember. This is like what Jeremy Johns would call like not going to remember it in like T-1 hour or something. Because they're good games. They are good games, but I just feel like they're just not too memorable. I love the style of it. I love how it looks. I would say the issue is that they trailer teased a lot more than what we got. I think the trailer teased that you were gonna be able to swap around the mechanic, like swap over like the camera angle. But then when you get into the game, it's not there at all. So that must have obviously been a change in the development, which is a shame, because I think that would have made this game a lot more interesting. I mean, it's still a good game, but it's not one I would say you have to like pick up. Like, it's not one I would say. It's not. I wouldn't say that if you're like picking up some Switch games like before the Switch 2 comes out, I wouldn't say this is one that you have to go out and get. And last up, the very last game, Lego Ninjago Ninja. Sorry, I've got the CX stuff on there. So yeah, so I mentioned about getting all the Lego games and that. I mentioned I got a Vita this year, and so because I remembered there's like 3 exclusive Lego games on there. There's this one, there's another Ninjago game, and then there's a Legends of Chima game. If I wanted to do platinum with Lego games, I have to get these ones as well. So I haven't platinumed this yet. This is just me beating the story mode, and the platinum feels like it's going to be a lot of like a grind stuff, because there's lots of like bonus missions you have to do in like in the levels. I will do it at some point. I just haven't had the like not the confidence, but like the push to go and get the platinum yet. But I will do it at some point. It was a pretty fine game. I mean, it's a handheld Lego game, so it's kind of like they're all kind of the same and that. But yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, I know nothing about Ninjago, so I wasn't really like looking at the story mode. I wasn't really listening to the story. I was just playing through the game. So I never watched the show. I never seen the movie. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Just if you got a Vita, I would recommend picking it up, because it can be quite fun. And again, it's just like one of those like. It's what I really liked about the Vita, about these original Vita games, is these games that people have never played really, because Vita didn't really sell well. So I think this was on 3DS as well, but obviously I wanted the Vita because Platinum Trophy and all that. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy these rambles. I enjoy making them, and yeah, I'll see you for my next video. I don't know what it will be, but yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.